This is Trisss, and welcome to another Abathur game here in Heroes of the Storm. Today we find ourselves on the Warhead Junction map. Our team, Brightwing, Vala, Alrak, Tirael, and ourselves as Abathur. We will be playing against a Trisss, Nazebo, Alrak, Illidan, and Lieutenant Morales. We have, well, right at the start, two heroes with globals, namely ourselves and Brightwing, and our opponents will be getting access to global presence starting level 10. I must say that I haven't gotten in a lot of games on this map, but I feel like it's a very strong map for Abathur. The game has started and I went for the pressurized lance here. I think it will help out tremendously with our Alrak and our Tirael, and even if our Vala gets pressured a bit, we can help out by spiking, or if our Brightwing is in trouble later on we can spike, and if I go for the slow it will make it easier for them to get out. We look like we can get a kill here. Very nice. That little poke did enough to take him down, and Illidan is running for his life. And we've won that lane. The mid lane we are defending ourselves, so that will be kind of hard for us. The top lane has at the moment Trisss, Brightwing, and Tirael and Nazebo fighting. So I am gonna concentrate at this moment here on the mid lane, because it will take a very long time for them to rotate to the mid lane, and we do not want to lose any experience, so I'm gonna move close enough. We do have to watch out. Alrak can actually push us out of the gates with his displacement, and then he would be able to kill us. So that's something to watch out for. As you can see, I put some mines here in the hopes that Alrak will at one point rotate up. Brightwing is getting hooked in, but she's pretty safe. They do not seem to be dealing enough damage to take him down here. It could have been a problem if Nazebo, for instance, had put his wall of zombies around the place. Our Vala dies though in the bottom lane, which is not good, especially now that the Warheads are gonna pop up. And Brightwing is caught in between the zombies right now, so that's gonna take a chunk of light out of her. Luckily for us though, our opponents in the top lane are getting pretty low themselves. I'm just gonna hope that Alrak walks right through these mines, gets too low to contest, and gives us the nuke in the top lane. In the meantime, he is still going on there. It would seem that Tirael was able to pick up the nuke, and Alrak really has to be careful here. And we seem to be doing well. Vala is going in very aggressively against the Morales. She gets the kill, and this looks like a double kill for us. So that's really good for us. In the meantime, we can move a little bit closer here. It seems that Alrak has moved away from the mid lane. Yeah, he's in the top lane now. And let's see how he's doing. Yeah, he's at half life, so maybe he went through the mines. If we can symbiote here and poke a little bit more, they will have to go back. And that should give our team the opportunity to go in and throw the nuke. In the bottom lane we are doing very well. We are soaking the mid lane and pushing it out with our locusts, which is helping out as well. But since our team seems to rotate to the mid lane now, we're gonna go up and make sure that we keep the top lane soaked. And Trisss is gonna counter soak us, so as long as he stays there, we're not gonna be making any headways in pushing out that line, but that's not a big trouble. Oh, look at this. We can bring in the damage here on Trisss, and as you can see, it's very useful to have the globals here. We can just help out everyone all across the map with more damage, more survivability, and just that little boost in morale that they know that they're not alone. On this map, Mule is absolutely amazing and a must-have, I feel like, for Abathur. He's gonna die there. Not much you can do. One of the reasons is that a nuke normally doesn't one-shot a building. So if your opponents manage to get the nuke and they manage to throw it on one of your buildings, if you just counter-throw a Mule on it, it will just repair the building. And that was a very nice play here by Tirael, who is being hooked in from the bushes, but It doesn't impress him much, does it? So we should go back to the mid lane so we can get some more pushing power in here. Gonna use some mines as well. And we actually take down the first fort in the bottom lane. Our team feels very strong here. And I do think it really helps that we went for the symbiote build here, because we can just help out our teammates all over the map and make things happen that otherwise would be impossible. So, rotating away from the bottom lane, our team is now pushing in heavily on the mid lane. We're gonna put some mines here, and the next phase is up. So with Abathur you can of course also go collect the nukes. You can tunnel in, grab a nuke before anyone can react, and hardstone out if necessary, or just hide in some other obscure place. Rather than going for the nukes on their side of the map, it seems that Alarak is moving in pretty aggressively together with Trisss. Not a lot we can do here to interrupt it in time. So Brightwing bravely moves in, but has to be careful. Alarak appeared on the bottom lane to gank our Vala. Sadly, there's not a lot we can do. We could tunnel in there to pick up the nuke, but I'm missing Morales at this, and she appears there to pick up the nuke, of course. So this round is going pretty bad for our team. We're losing nukes left and right, and I just wait until the nuke falls before putting down the mule so he doesn't get blown up. I normally never go for this ultimate, but at least when I play seriously. But I think on this map it might actually be better for us to go for this ultimate. My reasoning behind that is that the map is so big that your opponents cannot be everywhere at the same time. And by going for this ultimate, we will always be able to symbiote our allies, since we will not be losing. Oh, we have to be careful. We lost some life here. By going for the monstrosity, we ensure that we have enough uptime, or have more uptime, on our symbiote, which grants more damage for our allies, more attack speed, more shields. So that's very beneficial. And later, I might actually on this map try to go for the tunnel ultimate. It's a horrible ultimate. I will give you that right away. Careful, other side. Yeah, he's walking around. It's a terrible, terrible level 20 choice. So never take it if you're playing serious in even a little bit. But on this map, it would be pretty nice to just have your monstrosity push down a lane, reach the 20 minion kills, so it will be, I believe, 300% stronger than it would be without the minion kills. And then you can just wait until someone somewhere on the map is alone channeling the nuke, and you can just tunnel in right beside them and just fire away from your symbiote hat, and the monstrosity actually does a lot of damage if you manage to feed it enough minions. Another thing which is pretty good about the pretty good, it's all relative of course, it's a pretty bad level 20 talent, but it does have some perks. Like you can use it to tunnel back into the Hall of Storms, I believe it's called, the starting area where you can heal. And the monstrosity actually heals if you go stand there. Yeah, just leave that homunculus golem standing there. You don't have to kill it. It guards that one place, and if you have nothing to do there, just walk away, like our allies did here. And as you can see, our nuke did not destroy the building, but since they do not have mule, it will be damaged and be easily taken down later in the game, while our buildings are largely still standing. And we have to get out of here. The team knows when to retreat, which is another sign that this is... Ooh, let's help out here. Oh, we were too late. What a shame. Yeah, we are still pushing down the mid lane with Locusts are great on this map. They just keep pushing down the lanes, and as you can see, we are pushing down the bottom lane with our ultimate, we are pushing down the mid lane with our locusts, and we are still helping out in the top with our talented symbiote build. And our Brightwing sadly is gonna fall, but we might be able to take out Illidan here, who is running. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. Thank you, Stitches. That was not the smartest play here, but it was funny at least. Oh, Tyrell, careful, he might die here. And if he still would have been able to teleport up into the enemy, he might have blown up Nazebo as well. So we lost a lot of teammates here actually, so we have to be a bit more careful. We can, even though it's not safe for ourselves to move out, we can just help push out every lane. And as you can see, it does add up. And the top fort falls. Not yet actually, but I would assume it will fall pretty soon. It was pretty damaged from the nuke we threw and the push we... Oh, careful Vala. Good ultimate there. And oh, I thought that one would have hit, but apparently not. Brightwing phases in and gets a pretty... Oh, this is pretty scary now. Our team just got wiped, and if we're not careful, we're gonna get wiped again. I'm gonna put a mine there for vision and one here. And we can just tunnel in. Our opponents are all in the top lane as far as I know. So we can just steal this nuke. And oh, our teammates are falling sadly though. So I'm gonna put a mine here in the vents. It will help us later on if we, for instance, decide to Hearthstone now, to tunnel in later into a place where our opponents cannot see us. And if we know where our opponents are, we can just tunnel in to the place if it's safe and throw a nuke before our opponents can react. So right now Illidan is picking up the nuke in the middle lane. Yeah, not much we can do against that. We might be able to get the Stitches though. He is pretty far out without help at the moment. And there's Morales, so this will not be a kill for us. Our Tyrell should be able to get out here. If he decides to to go out. I thought maybe he was gonna hang out a bit longer. We have a pretty good presence at the moment. We must make sure that we keep using our mule to keep our buildings alive. I feel like we should put a mine here. I feel like our opponents might at one point or another just out of, let's say, desperation go for a boss in the hopes to finally take down one of our forts. So we know where our opponents are. It's a little bit dangerous for us to... Oh, Brightwing meets us somewhere. But we should kill this one first. So where's Brightwing? Brightwing is in the base. Oh, that's what she wants. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. Yeah, see, if you have a nuke, you do not have to throw it right away as Abathur. You can just wait for an opportunity. For instance, we could just leave this fight for what it is and tunnel into the top lane and throw it there to get rid of that fort. I don't think that's really necessary. I'd much rather get the keep down here. So let's go in and help out our team. We can survive a few tower shots here without dying. And then we have a pretty big wave going in here. So we do have to take out a few seconds to go back home. And let's see what we can accomplish here. Our monstrosity is huge at the moment. With 40 kills it will hit like a truck. Look at that. Almost 500 damage a hit. And in the meantime, we might as well go a bit closer, make sure we push in the lanes which are not contested by our opponents at the moment. Our monstrosity will be able... Look at this, how much damage we do with a simple attack. We might be able to take some opponents out here still. Yeah, I couldn't save the monstrosity, but we did get a kill on Illidan, which is, I think, worth it. and if we had played it a little bit better, we might have gotten another kill. Or if our allies had moved in with us, we certainly would have got a few more kills. So we're gonna play around. We are way ahead, so we're gonna go for the T-tunnel skill here, and it seems that Brightwing wants this one. So we're just gonna move a little bit here and take this one instead, which is totally fine. Our team is, overstaying its welcome at the moment. Maybe Vala will be able to get out of the spiders, but she is eaten alive. Poor thing. And Tyrell is not faring any better, so he will die too. But as you can see, our mule actually kept everything alive. So we are way ahead. And it's not just that our buildings are still alive. Yeah, Brightwing does have to be careful here, you know. If he shows, then Illidan will just be able to use the hunt to jump him. And, well, her. And she will fall, losing the nuke she has. So it will be very hard for her to contest this place here for any amount of time. One point of interest I would like to bring up here is that the fact that the mule has been able to keep our buildings alive also means that our opponents did not get any experience for killing the buildings, because they didn't. So it's an experience denial in a way too. And you can tell that we have been ahead for quite some time now in experience. And in part, it's thanks to that. Brightwing has been able actually to ward off our opponents from this nuke, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought that with 4 of them up, she would not have stood a chance, but they kind of let us have the nuke again. And we are carrying a nuke. They might be doing boss, because it's kind of weird that, well, morale, they all seem to be there. The thing is, they could have taken the nuke. There were 4 of them live, and only 1 Brightwing contesting for a pretty long time. So I was afraid that they might be doing boss or something. Our Vala sadly falls. We should be out of the way. And yeah, that was a pretty good blink there. So now our Tyrell is still caught, but he should be able, if his talents are still up, yeah, to just get out. Our monstrosity is pushing down the top lane. With any luck we will be able to take down. This is always funny. It's gonna be so strong soon. The thing I was gonna refer to is, if you are so far ahead that your buildings are not damaged anymore, you can also use the mule to just eat some shots from the opposing defensive buildings. Like you can put it next to a tower or a fort or a keep, and haha, they weren't expecting that, and it will soak a few shots. And it's better than not using the skill at all for a long time. So we were able to escape with our monstrosity there. Oh, it's so sad that it's basically the worst ultimate choice you have as Abathur. Because I actually like the idea of having a big body on the field. And are we able to get him? No, Morales will keep him alive. So we're basically just draining mana at the moment. I think we better get out of here. Heal up, as you can see. Our monstrosity is able to heal up. And sadly, if we let go of the symbiote, it will move out of the healing area before it's really healed. That's why I didn't hat our Alrek player here, who is getting dangerously low. But thanks to Tyrell, he can counterattack now. And things are really not going well for our enemies at the moment. They did get a bruiser camp, I want to call it. So we should, yeah, our monstrosity should be able to take it out here with our help if necessary. We have hit the 40 minions with the monstrosity, so it will be super strong at the moment. And yeah, it can solo that camp. So let's see, what can we do here? We can help our minions push in further, which will mean that our opponents will have to defend, which makes it easier for us to move in again with the nukes we have. And it would seem that our monstrosity could be better used in here, but we can just let it march down the lane, take out the minion waves and arrive in a really big wave, hopefully. That was a pretty good interrupt there from the enemy Trisss. And surprise! Let's go. Ah, the counterattack. I am trying to make something happen here, but sadly it feels like we would have been able to do more if we had gone for a different level 20 talent there. But it did apparently give our team the time to wail down at our enemies. And yeah, basically we had a very strong team here, and it allowed us to go for a more trollish pick, I would almost say, with the level 20 upgrade to our ultimate to our monstrosity. So I actually hope that in the future they will buff monstrosity and maybe even make the tunneling baseline, or at least allow it to be able to hardstone back, or at least make it able to follow up command train by holding shift and just telling it what to do. I'm not sure Tyrell will be able to pick it up here without there are enough minions at the moment for him to go. Not quite sure what he's yelling at, but we can go in here, have the mule eat some shots, and hopefully not die in the process. Good game, guys. Good game. So I'm wondering how we did here. Quite often, yeah, with 6 kills, 0 deaths, and 21 assists. Well, not bad. But I was more referring to how much hero damage and siege damage we did. Because it's not unusual if you go full symbiote build to end up at the top of the... Is this hubris, guys? Pure hubris. To end up pretty much on top of everything. But with this build we ended up below our Alarak player, but above our Rella. Then again, we have been out-damaged by an Ezebo on the opposing team. All in all, it was a pretty good game. It was a fun game, above all. So, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.